my gosh, you can't make this stuff up. Hendon Hooker responded to that and said, "And you a fan for tagging my business page, little boy?" Okay, this is where it's starting to get personal. He's calling him a little boy. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this right here, this is what I'm talking about. This is why college football is the greatest sport on this planet. This is what I like to see, competitive players going at it. Now, whether who's in the right here or who's in the wrong, it doesn't matter. Actually, a matter of fact, I'll let you guys decide that in the comment section. Whoa, 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 hold on. I know what all you're sitting there saying. Yo, Matt, what in the crap is going on? Well, my friend, I'm glad you asked that question. As we all know, on Saturday, Georgia beat the absolute dog crap out of Tennessee, no pun intended. If you're a Tennessee fan and you think otherwise, I think you're a flat-out idiot, because what Georgia did when it started raining, that's impressive. Your casual fans won't understand this. They're going to look at the box score and go, "Hey, what do you mean they beat the dog crap out of them? It was 27-13. That ain't bad." Yeah, it doesn't look bad on paper, but Georgia took the air out of the ball from the third quarter on. The game was over at halftime. Once it started raining, Georgia said, "Hey, we're going to run the ball every single play, try to stop us." To make a long story short, Tennessee didn't stop them. I'm not here to talk about the game itself. We all saw what happened on Saturday. I'm here to talk about what happened after the game. One of Georgia's defensive linemen threw some shots at Hendon Hooker in Tennessee on Twitter. And surprisingly enough, Hendon Hooker, the man himself, responded to it, and the Georgia player just straight up clowned him. We've got a lot, and I mean a lot, to talk about in today's video. Strap up, buckle up, because you're not going to want to miss it. We're also going to talk about a couple other minor topics, including some people think Stetson Bennett has a shot to be an NFL quarterback. Y'all know I got something to say about that. I'm excited to get into this one. I hope you guys are excited as well. All right, Matt, blah, blah, blah. Shut the crap up. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Man, oh man, it is never, and I mean absolutely never, 1,000,000%. Does that even make sense? I don't know. But it is never a dull day in the college football world. To be more specific, it is never a dull day in the SEC, and if you're from the South or you go for any SEC team, you know this. Except for Vanderbilt, you guys don't count. You know what? I saw this on Twitter and I figured, hey, why not? Let's start off this video with a fun fact. The average per game viewers of the 2022 NBA Finals is 12.4 million. 12.4 million for the finals. Pretty impressive, but check this out. The Tennessee-Georgia regular season game, not a championship, but the regular season game, had 13.1 million. I wanted to share that with all of you just so you understand how many people love watching the SEC and how many people the SEC entertain. I don't have the numbers, but I also believe, if I'm not mistaken, the Alabama and Tennessee one had over 10 million as well. Also, I stumbled across this tweet today and I want to read it off to y'all. I don't know who this is, but somebody stated, and it got a lot of likes, Stetson Bennett is a serious NFL prospect. Okay, I'll address that in a second. Turn the tape on. He's processing. He's playing on time, off script when needed, accurate, intermediate, and deep with a ton of athleticism. Okay, I'll talk about that in a second as well. To create on his own. Go on with your day. Good old Stetson DoorDash Bennett. I find myself talking about him a lot lately, but hey, he's a trending topic. Never, 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 ever, 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 in a million years did I think these words would come out of my mouth. Stetson Bennett is playing good this year. I can't believe I said that, but it's the cold hard truth, and I gotta say it. Stetson Bennett, he's a good quarterback. I gotta give credit where it's due. Look what he did against Oregon, and look what he did against Tennessee. All throughout this year, he has performed. He's not a great quarterback, but he's a good one. But to say he's a quote-unquote serious NFL prospect, no, you're out of your mind. Also, to say he has a quote-unquote ton of athleticism is wrong. At the college level, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt on that, but this person is referring to the NFL. I mean this in the nicest and most respectful way possible. Put Stetson DoorDash Bennett in the NFL, and you will all see he's not that athletic. Compared to NFL athletes, he's not athletic. Compared to college athletes, yeah, I have no problem saying that. I get it 100%. He's had a good or even a great year. You can say either one, and he's proved a lot of the naysayers wrong, including myself, but you gotta pump the brakes. Don't overreact to this. I mean, you got people tweeting out stuff like this. Stetson DoorDash Bennett has more passing yards on the season than Bryce Young, Hendon Hooker, CJ Stroud, and Bo Nix. Okay, and are you trying to infer and say that he's better than all those guys? He's not. He's played good, and I have no problem giving him his credit, but stop with all this NFL BS. Stop comparing him to CJ Stroud and Bryce Young and Hendon Hooker. You gotta stop it. You just sound dumb. But now anyways, without further ado, getting onto the main topic, the main encore, the main reason you clicked onto this video, we gotta talk about what's going on with these Georgia players and Tennessee's quarterback, Hendon Hooker. So a Georgia defensive lineman that goes by the name of Warren Brinson posted this on Instagram. It's a picture of him right after, I believe, a sack he had against Hendon Hooker. I don't think there's anything wrong or disrespectful about this picture. It's just him celebrating a play. but it's the caption that caught everybody's attention. He stated, "They was the top op. It got rocky, so we took off they top." Yeah, you don't gotta be a rocket scientist to figure out he's throwing some shades towards Tennessee because we all know how they say, oh, Rocky Top, Tennessee, blah, 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 blah. But here's where it got even more interesting because in the comments, Hendon Hooker responded to it and said, "We're gonna see about it next go around." And Warren, once again, the player for Georgia, he pinned that comment so everybody could see it. And under that, somebody said, "You coming back next year, fam? LOL." And Warren himself responded to Hendon Hooker and said, "Unk, you old as crap. We not finna see y'all again." I mean, I'm not condoning what the Georgia player did. I think it's funny, but he's also speaking facts. Even if he did throw some shade towards Hendon Hooker, I don't think Hooker got too mad about it. But at the same time, I don't understand what Hendon Hooker's trying to say when he says, "We gonna see about it next go around." Like, dude, you're not going to play Georgia again. The only way you're going to play Georgia again is if you make the college football playoff, and I guess that's what he's referring to. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens there, but I just thought it was funny how the Warren guy said, "Unk, you old as crap. We're not going to see y'all again." I'm asking y'all a question. Is the Georgia player in the wrong here? I don't think he stepped out of bounds or anything. He didn't say nothing too crazy. He's speaking facts. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. It doesn't just stop there. There's more. I'm going to be completely 100% transparent with all of you. I had no idea who this Warren Brinson guy was before this video. I didn't know who he was. Now, I'm not trying to throw shades towards him. I'm sure he's a good football player. I just didn't know him. I know what you're sitting there saying. Yo, Matt, what does it matter if you know him or not? What are you trying to say? Oh my gosh, you can't make this stuff up. Hendon Hooker responded to that and said, "And you a fan for tagging my business page, little boy?" Okay, this is where it's starting to get personal. He's calling him a little boy. And you know Warren Brinson was going to respond to it. He's the one who started this in the first place. He said, "It took you 7 years to get on. Stay humble, old head." This is one of the worst insults ever. Calling someone an old head. The comments, man. Just like this person said, bro need to look at his own quarterback if he wants to talk about old heads. That's what I'm talking about. Both the quarterbacks for Georgia and Tennessee are pushing 25. I think Bennett is 25. Yeah, he is. And Hendon Hooker's about to be 25. Oh, man, you cannot make this stuff up. I hope Tennessee and Georgia plays again because you might see some bad blood. No, look at this comment from Tennessee fans. "You play less than 5 plays talking like this, and under that, Hendo's whip costs more than your career, sir." Yeah, so at least I have a justification for not knowing who he is. Apparently, he doesn't play too much. Obviously, Tennessee fans aren't too fond of his comments, and Warren Brinson posting this, rightfully so. I am very curious. Let me know your thoughts down below in this situation. Do you think it's some personal beef? Do you think there's really bad blood? Or is this just a guy trying to stir up something that's a nothing? I don't know. Drop the comments down below. Last but not least, before I end off this video, I do want to talk about this. I didn't intend on it, but I kind of forgot the playoff rankings are coming out tonight. I didn't watch them last week, and more than likely, I'm not going to watch it this week because I don't think any of it matters. It's all going to play itself out. However, I must say, I'm curious to see where Tennessee lands and TCU lands. Will the committee put TCU over Tennessee knowing that TCU hasn't played anybody? That's going to be something to keep your eyes on. Me personally, I showed you my top 5 in yesterday's video. I got TCU at 5 and I got Tennessee at 2. Losing to Georgia on the road is not a bad loss, and when you look at Tennessee's resume, they got 2 top 10 wins. They beat Alabama and they destroyed LSU on the road. I have a hard time believing they will even think about putting TCU over Tennessee. We'll have to wait and see. I'm very curious. Let me know your thoughts below on everything but